Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Yes, it is Wednesday. It is hump day. It is the middle of the week. And I want you guys to get that all things done well have an order, right? And I want you to get that. And it's okay. And I know some people don't like planning and they don't like order and they like to be spontaneous and organic and all those other things and authentic, all these words we use to not plan. But let me tell you how there's an order to everything that's done well. But before we get into this conversation, let me go ahead and get the theme song going. Hey, hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on in the room, sissy. I see you. Yes, you know I got my dancing shoes on. I'm always breaking a move. All right. If there's anything that you know about me, know that I like to dance. But let's get into this conversation that all things done well have an order. Okay. Hashtag there's an order to this. Hashtag there's an order to this. Hashtag there's an order to this. Okay. So the first thing that I want to tell you on how to really get things done. And we'll talk more about this at 6 o'clock on how I actually get things done. I'm going to tell you all the systems that I'm using to make things happen, to make things easier, to make sure that I'm reaching these money goals, that I'm reaching these goals that I have. Thank you so much. Yes, there's an order to this. There is an order to this. Okay. So the first thing I want you to get is that there's no more than 3 projects at a time on your calendar. Get it? Put it in the chat. 3 projects at a time, 3 projects at a time, 3 projects at a time, right? Because anything more than that may affect your bandwidth. Hashtag know your bandwidth. Hashtag know your bandwidth, right? Because if you don't have some form of a criteria or a limit on what it is that you're taking on, you may start to say yes to things that doesn't matter and then no to things that you should be saying yes to that does matter, right? So you got to be sure that there's some form of a criteria that you have. And I talk about this more thoroughly in the top 30 things that should be on your calendar, which you can access through my link tree at any time. I think it's like $27. Get the list, get the video, and it'll help you get what you need to get on your calendar. But you definitely should know your bandwidth. Know how much you can take on. See, because this is what happens. A lot of time when we don't have a system or a way of tracking the projects and the things that we're doing, we're saying yes because of emotional attachment or because the person is our friend or because it sounds good and we are touched, moved, and inspired in the moment. But remember, in order for you to reach your goals that you have for the second quarter, you got to stick to the plan. Hashtag stick to the plan. Hashtag stick to the plan. You can't allow these pop-ups to get you distracted from the things that you already committed that you wanted to see for yourself in the second quarter. And look, we are already 20 days in. We are 20 days in. And look, you guys, you cannot keep going through life just coasting, right? Or by on a whim or winging it. Remember, hashtag winging it don't work. Hashtag winging it don't work. So you got to make sure that you're planning these things out, that you have a process, that you have a plan in place. Like stick to the plan. That's right. You got to stick to the plan, LaShawn. You got to know what it is that you want to see happen for yourself and stick to the plan all the way through, even though I know that other things going to come. Okay. So 3 major projects, right? At a time. Then I wanted you to know your bandwidth. The second thing is say yes when it aligns. Say yes when it aligns. So here's the thing. Remember how I'm telling you when people can come up to you and because of the emotional attachment, because you're friends, because you have a relationship with them, because they have actually enrolled you in what it is that you're up to, you may say yes to it and add it to your calendar and overwhelm yourself. But here's what I want you to get. If it doesn't align with the plan that you have in place for the second quarter, you know what you need to say? Hashtag no. Hashtag say no. Hashtag say no. Hashtag say no. If it doesn't align and it doesn't move what you have planned forward, it's not that you're saying no forever, but you definitely should say no for the second quarter. Why? Because it's going to affect your bandwidth, because it's going to affect you being distracted and not being able to do the things that you have already planned to do. Remember, there's an order to this. Everything that's done well has an order. It has a plan. It has things that you should be executing at a particular time. And here's what I also got when I was managing other people and working with other people in different groups and communities. I get that all of our capacity, right, the bandwidth, our work ethic is different. Some people are not willing to go as hard as you. And it took me a long time as a manager to get this right, because I felt like it spoke to passion and it spoke to ability, but it really doesn't. Like some people just have different standards when it comes to how much they're willing to give to another company or to another person based on their emotional ties or based on if it's something that aligns with what their ultimate plan is. Because you do get all of us, even at these different establishments and people that we work for, we have an underlying agenda. Hashtag underlying agenda. Hashtag underlying agenda. So yes, you may be working for a particular company. You may be a part of a particular community. Yes, you may have said yes to a particular project, but I'm sure there's something about that project, that thing you said yes to, that you see that could benefit the underlying thing that you have. And what I'm saying is, if that aligns with your goals for the second quarter, then I want you to say yes. But if it just sounds like a good thing, if it sounds like just something to do or something that you would like to dabble in another time, here's what I want you to do. Say no and give yourself another time that you would dabble in it, right? So the person, here's how you would do it. So let's just say someone in your congregation or in your circle, your friendship, whatever, comes to you and asks you to participate in something that they're doing next month. And it sounds so good and delicious, and it even looks like an opportunity for you. It looks like it'll do well for you and all these things. But you do not have the bandwidth or the time or the space in your calendar in order to say yes to it. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to say, look, so-and-so, I'm going to say LaShawn because she out here in the chat. Look, LaShawn, this sounds like an amazing opportunity, but I already have my second quarter planned out and everything that I need to do, so I don't currently have the bandwidth. How would it look if I joined this project in the third or the fourth quarter? Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not like you're saying no forever. It's not like you're missing out on an opportunity, but you're not losing sight of the goals that you've already set for yourself in the second quarter. Hashtag second quarter, hashtag second quarter, because we are what? 20 days in. Okay. And the last thing is, I don't want you to add anything else. So say don't add, hashtag don't add, hashtag don't add nothing. Don't add anything. Once you have set your plan in motion, once you have decided the 3 projects, don't add nothing. The only way that you can actually add something to your plan is if something is completed. So that means out of the 3 projects that you made a priority for the second quarter, you cannot add a 4th thing or a 5th thing or anything unless one of them's complete, meaning that you're down to 2 and now you can add something else. But if you have not gotten to that point, don't you add nothing. Don't you add a thing. Do you get it? Okay, quick recap. Listen. So here's what I want you to get. All things done well have an order, meaning that there should be some form of a priority chain criteria that you're using to get these things done in the second quarter so you can hit your money goals, so you can hit your health goals, so you can hit your growth goals, your personal development goals, your spiritual goals, your relationship goals. Whatever the goals are, you need to have something in place that's going to get you there, right? And here's the things I want you to remember. Know your bandwidth. Yes to the stuff that aligns. No to the things that does not, and don't you add a thing to that list. Do you get me? All right. So listen, before we go, I want to give a shout out to my honeydew, my boo, my honey. Today is his birthday, so please wish him a happy birthday. His name is John. Happy birthday, John, and many, many, many more. I pray that God just bless you with years beyond you could ever imagine. Now, you know I'm going for 100 with ease. So if you want to be around to like 102 or 100 plus, then, I mean, add that to your prayer, honey. But I'm trying to be here 100 with ease, meaning I want to live way beyond 100. But happy birthday to you. Looking forward to celebrating today and also this weekend. Thank you guys for being here. Share this video. I'll see you guys tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm going to talk to you about practical things that I actually do to get these things done that's on my calendar. And we may not have the same bandwidth, but some of these strategies that I'm going to share with you at 6 o'clock will still be helpful regardless of your capacity. All right. Always looking forward to serving you. I will see you guys at 6 o'clock. I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey.